Hi Amy. You've all heard of Christmas countdowns. Well, I have a cookie Christmas countdown I'd like to share with you. They're little cookies, little numbers and packages, and they all go in this really cute jar, and you count down to Christmas through the month of December. So I want to show you how I put this together. There's little round cookies for the numbers and little squares for the packages. So I've got some cooking twine. You need to cut a length that's going to hold all your cookies. I don't know the exact length right now, but we're just going to do up a few here and make it work for that. So I'm going to take every other, we're going to do a number and a present and a number and a present. And I've got some thick icing that I'm making an ivory color that I'm going to apply. We're using it as paste. And this is what's going to sandwich the cookies onto the string. Put the string on there, sandwich. And we're going to ice just one side. So we're going to make sure we do the same side on all of them. The string on the paste. I've got about maybe 2 inches in between. And once you have those on there, you can start icing right away. What I'm going to start with is just the base coat, the flood coat on there. And we're going to do a red. Start with a red. What I like to do is outline it first and then fill in what I call flood coat. We're flooding the whole top of the cookie. You can do it with a spatula, but I find it quicker and easier with the icing in the bag because I don't have to handle this, and they're all tied together, so handling one is going to be jumbling them around, and once you get icing on them, you don't want them touching each other. And the next one, we're going to do green. And I have all my icings here made up ahead and labeled. There's a lot of colors. Try to keep the colors minimal, but still it's a few colors. And if you have them labeled, it's a lot easier. I'm just going to zigzag back and forth till that's all flooded. And the icing is thin enough so it will dry flat and smooth. So all the circles I did in red, all the little numbers, the backgrounds are red and green. And then the packages are blue, white, and green. Okay, then you will continue on until you get the whole countdown, 1 through 25. And then it works best if you allow this to sit and dry, maybe for a few hours or for a day. And then it's easier to apply the numbers on top and the bows on top. You don't have to worry so much about touching the icing when it's wet. So I'm going to set this aside, and I have these that I prepared ahead. Oh, these are dry. And we're going to put numbers on here. I'm going to do the number 1 on this one. This is number 2 and number 4. I also practice ahead with the icing on wax paper to get my numbers down pat before I attack it. And then the bows are made with a tip that has a slit in it. I'm going to dress this up so it looks like a wrapped package. And then I'm going to do figure 8s to make the bow. This icing is really thick, so when I apply it, it's going to hold its shape and create a cute little bow. And turn the cookie so it works better for you and you're not struggling with moving your hands all around in different crazy positions. And it's more comfortable. The more comfortable it is for you holding the icing bag, the better your results are going to be. And then you're going to continue on down until you have all 25 numbers. and all 25 packages done. You'll need to allow this to dry at least 2 to 3 days. And then what you can do very carefully is you're going to drizzle them down into a half-gallon jar. You're going to keep the lower end numbers out and you're going to put the higher numbers down in the bottom. And you're going to very carefully fill the jar and take some parchment paper, apply that on top for a little trim and a red satin bow around there. Seal it up really nice and you can freeze this whole jar with all your cookies in it. I call it my Christmas cookie countdown, and for each day in December you pull out 2 cookies, the number 1 with the package that coordinates all the way to 25. And you have 2 cookies a day. It makes a fun treat for the kids and they do stay fresh in there for a couple of weeks, so you should enjoy them for the whole month of December.